Have you experienced moments where your ideas were initially dismissed, only to prove crucial later on? You know the feeling, the sharp sting of being underestimated. It's not just about missing a visible badge of honor, it's about the intuitive subtleties and ingrained societal biases that cloud judgment. When others overlook the chosen ones, it's seldom due to a lack of talent or potential. Rather, it's a failure to see beyond conventional credentials and preconceived notions. You too may have felt this, marginalized despite possessing unacknowledged greatness. The first reason is simple. Societal norms and professional environments often champion traditional methods and conventional wisdom, leaving little room for deviation. Your approach, though effective, may not fit the prescribed mold, leading to misjudgment and underestimation of your capabilities. Think about your intuitive insights and sudden epiphanies, moments where solutions and innovations burst forth, unbidden and powerful. Yet these are the very instances that are frequently dismissed by others as flukes or lucky guesses. This skepticism isn't just hurtful, it's short-sighted. The reality is that your intuitive processes tap into a deeper, often uncharted cognitive reservoir that many cannot fathom, let alone replicate. This dismissal stems from a lack of understanding, and a reluctance to accept that insight doesn't always follow a linear, quantifiable path. Moreover, the environment in which you operate may not be conducive to nurturing or even recognizing unconventional talent. In places where metrics, benchmarks, and checkboxes rule, your methods might seem alien or erratic. You know the frustration of having your strategies sidelined because they don't align with mainstream methodologies, or worse, having your successes attributed to external factors rather than your own distinctive aptitudes. Furthermore, the uniqueness of your abilities can often isolate you in professional and social circles. Being a bearer of unconventional ideas can be a lonely path. You find yourself frequently needing to justify your processes, fighting to prove the validity of your insights in a sea of skeptics. This constant battle can be exhausting and disheartening, but it also fortifies your resolve and sharpens your skills. The cumulative effect of these challenges is profound. Every misinterpretation and dismissal of your unique abilities not only undermines your potential, but also deprives society of diverse perspectives and innovative solutions. The loss is dual, personal and communal. As you explore this often treacherous terrain, your task extends beyond asserting your worth. It involves educating those around you, dismantling outdated paradigms, and paving the way for a broader acceptance of diverse intellectual contributions. In pressing forward, you don't just advocate for yourself, you light a beacon for all those who will follow, those with hidden talents waiting just beyond the fringe of society's narrow field of vision. Let your resilience be a testament to the value of embracing the unconventional and the extraordinary. Your journey is not merely about personal vindication, it's about setting a precedent that will transform how the world recognizes and values unique abilities. The second reason for the frequent misjudgment and opposition faced by the chosen ones like you lies deeply embedded in the resistance to change. You bring new ideas, practices, and ways of thinking that are not merely innovative. They are revolutionary, with the power to disrupt the very foundation of the existing order. It's not just about a new way of doing things, it's about a new way of seeing things, and this can be profoundly threatening to those entrenched in the status quo. When you introduce concepts that challenge long-held beliefs or operational methods, the immediate response is often fear. This fear is not trivial. It is a visceral, deep-seated dread that what has been known and trusted might no longer hold. Consider a workplace where your new approach could significantly increase efficiency, or a community initiative that shifts how resources are distributed. Your ideas, while clearly beneficial, might unsettle those who have built their careers or lives around the old ways. This fear manifests in resistance. You have seen it. Meetings where your suggestions are met with skepticism, projects where your innovative methods are resisted for no reason other than their novelty. It is frustrating and discouraging, but at its core, this resistance is a testament to the impact of your ideas. You are not merely suggesting a change, you are initiating a transformation. Those who hold power within the established order might feel particularly threatened. Your innovations might imply that their methods are outdated, or worse, ineffective. In response, these individuals might deploy their influence to undermine or discredit your contributions. They may frame your innovations as risky gambles, or as disruptions that could lead to failure, even when evidence points to the contrary. You must recognize that this dynamic is not a reflection of your inadequacy, but rather a confirmation of your potential to effect change. Each obstacle is an indication of the strength and significance of your ideas. In pushing forward, you not only challenge the existing paradigms, but also offer new visions that could lead to more effective, equitable, and sustainable practices. As you face this resistance, it is crucial to remain steadfast and articulate. Demonstrating the efficacy of your ideas through concrete results can convert skeptics into allies. It is about creating a narrative of success that is so compelling it cannot be ignored. Your journey disrupts the status quo not just to differ, but to make a difference, offering new paths that others will eventually follow, paving the way for innovation that reshapes the future. This isn't just disruption, it's progress. The third reason you might find yourself underestimated or marginalized stems from a pervasive and often unspoken emotion: jealousy. As a chosen one, your emergence threatens the established hierarchy, unsettling those who have long held sway in their respective realms, whether these are your peers, superiors, or other influential figures. This isn't just professional competition, it's a deep-seated fear that your ascendancy could diminish their own standing or influence. Consider yourself introducing a groundbreaking idea in a team meeting, only to be met with cold shoulders or dismissive remarks. This response is not necessarily about the merit of your ideas, but rather the threat they pose. Your innovation doesn't just raise the bar, it also shifts the spotlight. For those accustomed to leading the conversation or being at the forefront of achievements, your success is a mirror reflecting their own vulnerabilities or potential obsolescence. This jealousy often manifests in subtle but damaging ways. You might notice that your contributions are downplayed or attributed to other people's ideas. At times, your successes might be minimized, while your failures are highlighted and discussed disproportionately. Such tactics are not only intended to undermine your confidence, but also to reinforce the existing power dynamics. They aim to preserve the status quo by ensuring that any emerging threats to their authority are neutralized before they gain momentum. The threat you pose can lead to isolation. You might find yourself being left out of crucial meetings or not receiving the support you need to advance your projects. This isn't accidental. It's a strategic move to curtail your effectiveness and visibility within the organization or community. By limiting your ability to influence or contribute, those who feel threatened by your capabilities can maintain their positions unchallenged. In facing these challenges, your response must be as strategic as it is resilient. Recognizing that these dynamics are rooted in jealousy and threat rather than any deficiency on your part can empower you to explore these turbulent waters with greater composure and foresight. Building alliances, demonstrating the inclusive value of your contributions, and maintaining a high level of professionalism can help you turn potential adversaries into allies. Remember, the presence of jealousy or feelings of threat is often a testament to your potential and abilities. Each attempt to undermine you paradoxically affirms your significance. By continuing to innovate and excel, you don't just overcome these petty obstacles, you transform them into stepping stones towards broader recognition and more substantial impact. This is your journey, not just to succeed, but to redefine the landscape of success itself, proving that true talent cannot be overshadowed for long. The fourth reason you might feel undervalued or misunderstood hinges on a fundamental human trait: the fear of the unknown. This intrinsic anxiety isn't merely about encountering something unfamiliar, it's about facing a situation or individual that cannot be easily explained or understood within the framework of existing knowledge. As a chosen one who introduces significant changes or novel ideas, you often embody this uncharted territory, challenging others to venture beyond their comfort zones. This fear manifests profoundly in daily interactions and decision-making processes. Consider the scenario where you propose a novel approach to a long-standing problem. Instead of excitement or curiosity, you are met with skepticism or outright resistance. It's not necessarily because your idea lacks merit, but because it deviates from the norm, venturing into the unknown, which instinctively triggers a defensive response. This reaction is rooted in a primal survival mechanism. The human brain is wired to perceive anything unfamiliar as a potential threat, prompting a cautious or even adversarial stance. The role of intuition in sensing danger often complicates these dynamics. While intuition can be a valuable tool for detecting genuine threats, it can also lead to misjudgments, especially when it comes to assessing people who bring transformative change. Your innovative qualities, while potentially beneficial, might set off alarm bells for those around you. Their intuitive misreading, fueled by an inherent fear of the unknown, labels you not as a trailblazer, but as a disruptor of the precarious balance they strive to maintain. These intuitive signs, while crucial in certain contexts, are often ignored or misunderstood when it comes to evaluating deeper, transformative contributions like yours. This dismissal or misinterpretation can feel isolating and frustrating, as it not only hinders your efforts to effect change, but also impacts how you are perceived by peers and superiors. Your challenge is not just introducing new ideas, but also ensuring they are given a fair and unbiased evaluation, free from the cloud of instinctual fear. To navigate this complex landscape, it's essential to foster an environment where the unknown is not feared, but explored with curiosity and openness. You can facilitate this shift by demystifying your ideas, explaining them clearly, demonstrating their benefits, and relating them to familiar concepts to ease the transition into new territories. By reducing the unknowns, you not only counteract fear, but also pave the way for a more receptive and less defensive engagement with your innovations. The journey of a chosen one is as much about pioneering change as it is about transforming the inherent human response to the unknown. By understanding and addressing the roots of this fear, you empower yourself and others to move beyond instinctual apprehensions towards a more enlightened and progressive engagement with change. This not only enhances your ability to lead effectively, but also enriches the collective capacity to embrace and benefit from the unknown. The fifth reason you are frequently underestimated stems from your unconventional background or appearance, which clashes with the narrow societal expectations of what a leader should embody. The prevailing stereotypes about leaders, whether in terms of their educational pedigree, aesthetic presentation, or socio-economic origins, are deeply ingrained. You, with your divergent path and distinctive persona, disrupt these entrenched notions, challenging the archetype of leadership and significance that has long been accepted without question. When you walk into a room, your difference is noted before your competence is recognized. Perhaps it's the way you dress, more reflective of your creative spirit than the corporate uniform. Maybe it's your accent, hinting at a journey from distant shores or a humble upbringing far from the ivy-clad walls of prestige. It could even be your approach, which prioritizes empathy and innovation over traditional authoritarian models. This deviation from the norm is not just seen, it's judged within the blink of an eye, often leading to a swift and silent verdict of inadequacy. This judgment isn't merely about aesthetics or backgrounds, it's about comfort zones. You represent change, and change is uncomfortable. Those in positions of power or those accustomed to a certain archetype find your differences unsettling. They are faced with a choice: adapt their perceptions or reinforce the barriers to maintain the status quo. Unfortunately, many choose the latter, protecting their preconceived notions rather than welcoming the potential of diversity in leadership. This bias against unconventional leaders is not only a personal challenge, it's a societal loss. When leadership looks only one way, countless perspectives are left unexplored and innovative solutions are sidelined. Your journey, therefore, involves not just proving your worth, but also expanding the definition of what effective leadership can look like. It involves demonstrating that the capacity to guide, inspire, and innovate is not confined to a particular mold, but is enriched by diversity. To counteract these stereotypes, your strategy must involve visibility and assertiveness. You must own your narrative, highlighting how your unique background enhances your leadership rather than detracts from it. By articulating the advantages of your unconventional approach, be it greater empathy, fresh insights, or resilience, you reshape how leadership is perceived and appreciated. Every meeting you enter, every project you lead, and every speech you give serves as a challenge to the outdated stereotypes. You are not just filling a role, you are redefining it. By confidently demonstrating the value of your unique perspective, you do not merely succeed within the system, you transform it, paving the way for others who will follow in your distinct footsteps. This is your charge, to turn underestimation into undeniable proof of your capability and to change the face of leadership for generations to come. The sixth reason you may find yourself underestimated lies in the common misperception that equates leadership and influence exclusively with charisma and outspokenness. You, with your quieter demeanor and more reserved approach, challenge this noisy standard. In a world that often mistakes volume for value, your subtlety and reflection are not immediately recognized as strengths, leading to your significant abilities being overlooked. In meetings, while others may rush to fill the air with their voices, you choose your moments carefully, speaking with purpose and insight. However, this can be misconstrued. In a culture that prizes the extroverted leader, the one who commands attention with grand gestures and bold speeches, your understated style can be seen as a lack of presence or authority. This is not just an oversight, it's a profound misunderstanding of what effective leadership can look like. Your method involves influencing through thoughtful analysis, empathy, and the strength of well-considered ideas, rather than the force of personality. Consider how, in your professional interactions, you often observe first, gathering insights that others may miss in their haste. When you do speak, it's with clarity and depth, moving the conversation forward in meaningful ways. Yet, because your contributions don't always come with fanfare, they might not be celebrated or noticed as they should be. This underestimation doesn't only occur in boardrooms or team meetings, it's present in every setting where loud has become synonymous with leadership. In social scenarios, at networking events, even in community projects, the same dynamics play out. You find yourself needing to prove that your quieter approach does not equate to a lack of passion or capability. It's a constant battle against the misbelief that to be a leader, one must be the loudest voice in the room. Overcoming this stereotype requires a twofold strategy. First, it's crucial for you to continue demonstrating the effectiveness of your style. By consistently delivering results and showcasing the power of quiet leadership, you gradually reshape perceptions. This doesn't mean changing who you are. Rather, it involves highlighting the unique strengths your introversion brings to the table: deep thinking, the ability to listen, and a calm demeanor that can be a beacon of stability in chaotic times. Second, it's essential to educate others about the diverse forms of leadership and influence. By articulating the value of different styles, including your own, you advocate for a broader understanding of what effective leadership can look like. This not only enhances your visibility, but also paves the way for future leaders who may share your quieter nature. Each step you take in this journey not only asserts your value, but also broadens the scope of what is recognized as leadership. You are not just asserting your place, you are expanding the definition of influence itself, proving that quiet competence needs no amplification to be truly impactful. The seventh reason you are often underestimated revolves around the ethereal concepts of destiny and fate, which accompany tales of the chosen ones like a shadow. In a rational world, where cause must have a clear effect and success is measured by metrics, the idea that one might be guided by unseen forces is met with skepticism or outright disbelief. You, whose life path may seem to some as if shaped by providential hands, know the struggle of having your real efforts dismissed as mere results of mystical destiny, rather than hard-earned achievements. Consider how often you've encountered a roll of the eyes or a dismissive wave when you share your journey. To others, Attributing your successes to destiny can be a convenient explanation that requires no further scrutiny, a narrative that reduces your dedication, struggles, and tactical decisions to little more than cosmic serendipity. This skepticism isn't simply a refusal to believe in anything beyond the tangible. It's a protective mechanism that keeps the skeptic's world predictable and controlled. In your daily life, this underestimation can manifest in professional environments where the metrics of success are strictly quantifiable. Here, the concept of being chosen or destined for a purpose is alien, often viewed as an irrational explanation for one's trajectory. Your colleagues might see your unexpected problem-solving insights, or your uncanny knack for predicting market trends, not as evidence of your skill or even a keen intuition developed from experience, but as random good fortune. This minimizes not only the intellect and labor you've put into honing your abilities, but also the very real decisions you make that drive your success. To handle this landscape, you must assert the tangibility of your actions and decisions. It's about demonstrating that, while the idea of a destined path is compelling, every step you take is grounded in strategic thought and practical action. By documenting and communicating the deliberate choices that have shaped your trajectory, you challenge the narrative that your path has been arbitrarily decided by fate. Moreover, accepting the concept of destiny doesn't mean relinquishing control over your actions. Instead, it can be seen as a powerful motivator, a belief that you are working towards a larger purpose, which in turn can inspire confidence and perseverance. Educating others about this perspective, that destiny can coexist with agency, and that both can drive one towards remarkable achievements, is part of your journey. Each time you succeed where others expect you to fail, you not only solidify your own path, but also slowly reshape the perceptions around the role of destiny in human achievement. By taking ownership of both your destiny and your actions, you reaffirm that while fate may set the stage, it is your actions that define the play. You have traversed the landscape where the extraordinary are often underestimated, where societal biases, the absence of recognized credentials, and the misinterpretation of abilities create barriers that obscure true potential. You have felt the sting of being dismissed due to a fear of the unknown or skepticism towards the idea of destiny. These challenges, though daunting, have not deterred you. Instead, they have forged you into a figure of resilience and determination. Recall the moments when you presented an idea only to have it overlooked, or stepped into a role only to be met with doubt. These instances, while frustrating, highlight a crucial societal shortfall, the underappreciation of non-traditional paths and intuitive insights that often herald true innovation and leadership. It is here, in these moments of oversight, that the potential for change brews. You know the value of intuition not as a mystical force, but as a refined tool honed by experiences and empathic connectivity, guiding you through uncharted waters with an invisible hand. The world's rigid frameworks for recognizing and nurturing talent often neglect these subtle yet powerful cues. The call, therefore, is for a shift, a broadening of perspectives that not only acknowledges but seeks out the signs of unconventional potential. Accepting intuition as a legitimate instrument in this recognition process is essential. It allows for a deeper connection to the undercurrents of capability that traditional metrics might miss. You, as someone who has navigated this journey, know firsthand the strength that lies in what is often termed as mere gut feeling or serendipity. This is your moment to advocate for change, to share your story of overcoming the tide of skepticism and underestimation. Let your voice be loud in spaces where whispers of doubt used to reside. Share your insights and your journey to inspire a more profound openness to intuitive assessments and non-traditional indicators of potential. This is your call to action. Speak up, reach out, and affect the change you wish to see.